event will be a second section of A7s.
Complex in front of you that is being attacked is a simulated airfield. The A7s had just dropped their ordnance, conducting an attack against the aircraft simulated revetments that are set up in the target complex. At A6. At this time. By the A7s on the simulated tanks in the target complex. Attack by the A6 on the simulated runway in the target complex. Next event will be another A6 making a duplicate type attack. And he should be on target and about the complex from your right side at this time. Perfect hit.
Was after I was flying. Flown it a little bit. I was flying, and afterwards we didn't have it. I'm worried if they use it too soon, maybe they might want to see it. Speed is 0, what do you do next? Surrender? Put your hands up and surrender. So I'm not sure. We lost so many airplanes. You know, A7 is very violent. This way. And you can leave it off. You can disengage. Normally they fly with it on. I think a good pilot probably disengage. Young pilot.
approximately 3 minutes, we will have all the aircraft that participated in the show conducting their flyover.
Yes, yes.
For those of what Seawind is involved with, I would like to do a quick recap a few minutes before the final flyover.
Yeah.
On the first day of Seawind 2, the second exercise, the Egyptian Air Force, the Egyptian Navy, and U.S. units worked together. Egyptian Air Force and Navy. If you'll notice off to your right, we're having the low flyby at this time. All the aircraft that have participated in our flyby show. I think of Mach 17. about to be delayed in front of us.
بقول لك ما تغيرش بتغير ليه؟ ما وقفش، لو وقف هسمع صوت انه واقف. المكنة شغالة. Helicopter would be our final aircraft performing for you today.
Any submarines, Bill? You see, I'm on a great staff, and I live on a ship, and I live with black shoes and submariners. I brought a couple of them over here, and a Marine over there, too, so that they could see what air power really can do. The 5 days has been terrific for the 6th Fleet. I would compare it to any exercise we do with any of our allies in the Mediterranean as far as progress. I want to come back. We want to bring the fleet back. We want to extend our training. And after seeing these aircraft out here today, I want to be on the side of the Egyptian Air Force, for sure. I mean that. You flew 9 types of aircraft. For people who don't understand the difficulties of maintaining aircraft, 9 tactical fighters is a very big job. I don't know who here maintains those aircraft, but you did a hell of a good job today. Good. Let me shake your hand. And they all worked for us to see this show out here today. The bombs all went off. I didn't see any duds. The guns all fired. The rockets fired, and they hit the target. So my friend here in charge of training, you're doing a good job, too. And keep it up. Very seriously, we appreciated the exercise. We gained, I suspect, more than you did. We have some ideas which we'll discuss in future exercises, which we think we can provide some additional training for the Egyptian Air Force. We want to stay in step with our Navy friends in the Egyptian Navy. We, as a Navy, we don't drive tanks, but we can support the Egyptian Army with our aircraft. So for us, this has been a terrific 5 days, and I want to thank every one of you and my friends in the Egyptian military for hosting us. We had a great visit in Alexandria. And I hope those of you who got to get out on the Forrestal yesterday enjoyed that, and next time we come back we'll get more, and we'll be back. Thank you very much.
Major General Ala Barakat, Chief of Staff for EF.
Admiral Moranville founded cooperation between the two forces, and surely this training was according to the program was decided upon or agreed upon before, and these trainings, I think, and I'm sure that they will be continuing in the time to come, and I have nothing more to say, but you are welcomed whenever you come, and for more mutual cooperation between the two nations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Place for that. Thank you. And we have, let me present you with the plaque from the 6th Fleet. And I want to give this gentleman right here one, because he was the Seawind coordinator. Thank you. Thank you.
هذا قادة الألوية على إحدى الطائرات الأمريكية إلى الحاملة عشان ديبريفينج.
That's beautiful. Is that the Air Force?
Yes.
Now,
I'd like you to meet.
So the press have a few words with you, sir. Could you give us an evaluation of both the American and Egyptian forces during these maneuvers?
Yeah, well, I sure will. You witnessed the bombing out here, and you saw the destruction that these airplanes can do. These are not new pilots flying these airplanes. These are very well-trained pilots, and this exercise is not a beginning exercise. These are combat-ready pilots ready to go out and do a mission if their governments call upon them. Our government's called upon us to do a joint exercise in preparation for whatever might come in the future, and we conducted that exercise, as you saw the culmination of today. We've been working at it for 5 days with the Navy and with the Air Force, and those of you who saw this demonstration of firepower today can make your own assessment, but my assessment is readiness couldn't be better in the Egyptian Air Force and the Navy pilots who flew here today.
And also, we'd like to know, we've heard the report that the Forrestal's port call in Haifa has been canceled, and we were just wondering what that was about and where the Forrestal plans to go from here.
Well, I'm not allowed to discuss Navy moves of Navy ships, and I think you all know that. But when you tend to make too much of a port cancellation, I can assure you of that. We have about 100 port cancellations a week in the 6th Fleet, and this is just one of those port cancellations. But they are created by many, many things. Right now we're having a little bit of trouble funding our ships. We need to get more ships in port. So I can't comment any more than that on the cancellation of the Haifa port visit, but you all in the press are trying to make too much of that.
Well, you've heard the speculation mostly from Washington, not from us here, but from Washington that some
But it's the
action,
Washington press.
But some new action against Libya may be anticipated, and this port cancellation may be part of it. Could you comment on that?
I don't know anything about that.
About what?
About anything to do with Libya.
About any new plans?
No, I don't know.
Operate against Libya?
No, I won't comment on anything to do with Libya.
Admiral, how would you characterize the degree of cooperation between your forces and your Egyptian counterparts?
Well, outstanding. We had liaison officers on our ships, Egyptian liaison officers on our ships. We had U.S. naval officers at the bases ashore and in the headquarters ashore. You can't hardly get much closer than that. We're sleeping in each other's beds. We're flying in each other's airplanes. And we're going in each other's ships. So I think the cooperation level between the Egyptian military and the 6th Fleet is at an all-time high right now.
What was the most important part of the exercise as far as you were concerned?
Well, the most important part of the exercise is that's a difficult question, because for the Navy sailor on a ship, obviously the things the ships did were the most important. For the pilot, the air things were the most important. But for the fleet commander, all of it was important.
Sir, one thing you may want to clear up is that some Egyptian officials have expressed concern that these maneuvers between Egypt and the United States are being interpreted as a prelude to an Egyptian-American action against Libya. How would you describe the context of these maneuvers?
The context of these maneuvers, you must keep in mind that this exercise has been planned for 2 years. And if you go back in time 2 years, you could not find a reason to have an exercise other than to prepare military forces to do military actions, wherever called upon to do it.
So you wouldn't draw any connection between these exercises and any
Absolutely not. It was not structured to go against any particular force anywhere, but it could be applied against any force anywhere.
But it's not particularly a practice run against any particular...
Absolutely not.
Why do you think there's so much saber rattling going on in Washington?
Oh, I won't comment on that. Why do you think there is?
That's why I asked you.
I wouldn't comment on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
It's very obvious to me. You work hard.
You work hard.
You work hard.
Really hard.
That doesn't come easy. To come out here on a day like today with you watching
for me. 6th Fleet, or are you on the staff? Or what?
Do you have a name?
The way you see